What's up, guys? It's Shot here. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Here's my weekly outlook for DXY, EU, and GU for this upcoming week. So starting off with dollar, we'll take a look at this range that we're currently in. And we've been inside this range, for the past 2 years. This is your range low here. This is your range high. You can see deviations of the range low here and most recently here. Deviations of the range high here and also right here. You can see that we've also had range retests and rejections right here and right here as well. So we'll talk about the most recent one. You can see that we've taken out this swing low here and then we reclaimed the range low. So this would be your deviation. This candle right here is a strong displacement candle, and then last week we saw continuation to the upside to create this weekly fair value gap. So my draw on liquidity, or my 2 points of interest that I'm currently looking at right now, is this weekly fair value gap that we have above, and then also this weekly fair value gap below. So ideally what I wanted to see was price raid the previous week's low and then go higher towards that weekly fair value gap. I wanted to see some type of retracement, just because we've had mostly just straight continuations to the upside. So ideally I wanted to see lower first before higher, but today we saw continuation higher on the daily time frame to take out the previous week's high. This is the previous week's high here. So what could potentially happen is this move up to start the week could be manipulation, just because if you look at the weekly candle here, there's no wick. We started the week with no wick, so you can see typically every single candle forms some type of wick, lower and upper wick. Right here we have no lower wick, so this could be potentially manipulation above the weekly open, and then we'll kind of let things build out because today is Monday, the day that I'm making this video. So we're gonna go over to EU now. And for EU on the weekly time frame, you can see that we formed this weekly fair value gap above. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more to the daily time frame. And my 2 points of interest on the daily time frame is this level here for sell side liquidity and this high here for buy side, and that is also that weekly fair value gap. So as long as price is trading in between it, I'm not looking to open any positions unless there's a clear, clean setup that forms on a lower time frame. But for right now, it looks like the draw on liquidity is going to be closer to the sell side. We are closer to there, so looking for potential reversal off this sell side level, and then we get a reversal off that level, then the next short-term draw on liquidity, I would be looking for this high here, which is that weekly fair value gap. So that is EU, and I'm also open, if we start the week higher tomorrow, I would be looking for potential reversals off that weekly fair value gap as well. So pretty open right now, and just looking to see how price reacts at these two levels there. So that is EU. Now we'll go over to GU. And so for GU on the daily time frame, we have created this fair value gap above here, and all of these highs that form is low resistance liquidity. So you can see all these highs lined up in a row You can see what this looks like on a lower time frame. Take a look at the H4 chart. So you have low resistance liquidity here on the H4 time frame. Ideally, I want to see this level get taken out and then look for potential reversal from there to this daily fair value gap. So looking for something like that. What could happen is, this low here, which is the previous week's low, holds to engineer liquidity for sell side, and then we start the week higher, dive into that daily fair value gap, and then reverse off from there. So right now I'm still leaning bearish until we see some sort of change in character, or change in the state of delivery on the H1 or H4 time frame. So it's 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Eastern time right now, so it's kind of late. The New York session is pretty much over. So tomorrow, what I'm currently looking at is potential reaction off this low here, like that, or this low holds and then we see a break of structure on the H1 or the H4 time frame, and then if that happens, then I will be looking for longs there. So EU right now is quite weak. So again, ideally for me, I would want to see this low get taken out. And if that low gets taken out, then GU is likely going to take out that low as well. So looking for potentially something like this there for EU tomorrow. So that is it for today. Just a quick recap right now. Looking for DXY to continue higher to this weekly fair value gap, and see if we can get a potential reaction off that weekly fair value gap. If we do, then this setup here would look good for EU. Raid the previous week's low, and then also take out this sell side liquidity here, fill some of this imbalance, and then look for a reversal off there. And same idea with GU. If DXY trades higher tomorrow, looking for GU to raid this low and this low as well, then looking for a reversal off there to that daily fair value gap with the low resistance liquidity there for buy side. So just to recap everything, I prefer to see or prefer to look for longs this week for GU and EU, but I want to see some of these sell side levels get taken out first, or at least a change or a market structure shift on the H1 or the H4 time frame. So that is it for today. I hope all is well, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.